What's your take on Tom Brady? I mean, this, for the first time, he actually is
Yeah.
and you were somebody that played your entire career in Green Bay and then went elsewhere. What do you make of the Tom Brady free agency?
Well, I think the good thing for Tom is he can do whatever he wants to do. And what that will be, I really don't know. Um, Tom and I have had conversations over the last probably 2 or 3 years after the season was over, where I said I just felt the need to tell him my opinion, and I felt like his game had not declined one bit. And I feel the same way this year. I hear lots of people, so-called experts, say that his age is catching up with him. I didn't see that. I saw a quarterback still able to do what he normally does, but the cast around him was not up to par. Now, could Tom say that he needed to make plays that he didn't normally make? Of course, he's going to say that. That's the leadership that he has and the maturity that he has. But I didn't see any decline in his arm strength. He's not a mobile quarterback, even in his prime. So that, to say that he's not moving as well as he once did, that's ridiculous. He never moved well. You protect him. You get guys open and know. How many times did we see Tom frustrated this year because guys were not on the same page? And in previous years, guys were on the same page because he wasn't showing that frustration. So I think his game is as good as it's ever been. His cast is, I don't want to say is not as good. I just think is inexperienced.
As somebody who went elsewhere, and in this Super Bowl, there's a perfect example. It's the teams that Joe Montana played for. How difficult was that for you, knowing when you had to move on?
Um, you know what? I remember when Joe Montana was traded to the 49ers. I mean, excuse me, from the 49ers to the Chiefs. And I said to myself, and in saying this, I had zero, zero inkling that would ever happen to me. But I said, if they can trade Joe Montana, they can trade anyone. No one's off limits. And then that day came for me, and I I finally realized that I'm not going to play here, and if I do play, it's going to be somewhere else, and I'm not real sure where that will be. And that was really an odd time. I still felt like, yeah, I was older, but I still felt like, much like Joe did, that you had some juice left in the tank. And his scenario was a little bit different than mine, but in some ways, it was kind of a renewed excitement, starting over again, even though there's a lot of apprehension because you got to learn new guys, you got to learn the new roads. How do you get to camp? What about buying a house? A lot of stuff that you got so familiar with in Green Bay or in San Francisco, it all changed. So there was a lot of good and a lot of bad. A lot to be excited about, a lot to be, a lot of anxiety that you had to deal with. But I think, with Tom, it's probably a little bit of an exciting time. It's kind of a difficult time because you go, I kind of would like to try my luck somewhere else just to see what I could do, change the scenery. But then you go, I kind of like what we had going here. It's been pretty good. So it's a tough decision. It really is.